since going from the 6 AROM to the AROM, my gear position sensor no longer works. There's this sequence of events between the S mode and the clutch to allow you to relearn the gear position. That should get the gear position indicator back on, but it's not coming on. Maybe I'm doing it incorrectly. You see here 26 and 27. Number 1 and number 4. Number 1 and number 3. So 5 volts is on that. 1 is ground. 88 and 74. So let's see what is on the ECU side. 88 and 74. So 88 is ground. 88 is ground on the ECU, and that goes to 88 goes to 1, which is ground. What about 74? 74 is supposed to be power, 5 volts. So 74 power supply, sensor power supply, and it's supposed to be 5 volts. If you go here, 74, 5 volts. So now we are comfortable with the gear position sensor and its interface into the ECU. So once that correct information gets to the ECU, then it's the ECU's job to determine the correct gear and show it on the instrument panel. So this is the instrument cluster, and the position will be shown right here. Let's zoom out to get perspective. So right there. The S mode switch goes to the meter, and the meter is connected to the CAN bus switch, communicates to the ECU. So this is where the gear position attaches to the ECU. As you can see, the X and Y position there, and the power supply and ground. Very simple connection to the ECU. So these voltages are what the ECU sees on the X and Y. Based on these voltages, it can determine which gear it is in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or neutral. Gear shift position sensor. It's possible that the instrument panel does not show the gear selected. How do you solve a problem like that? Here's a picture of the unit on the transmission at the top. If that goes bad, you're going to have trouble getting access to that. Here's a better picture. I can see it mounted at the top. I zoom out so you can see where it is. That's where it is. F57 is the connector. HS means the harness side. So 1 is ground. You got a X position, and you got a Y position. Between those two, the ECU can determine what gear it's in. And those, as X position is a voltage, and the Y position is a voltage. So you see here 26 and 27, which is the x-axis and the y-axis. And depending on the position of the shifter, you're going to have a value, a range for the x and a range for the y. So for neutral, the x is 1.45 to 2.35, and the y is 2.15 to 3 point. So the computer goes and see if it's in that range, and then say, okay, it's neutral. That's how it knows. There's an input signal. That means this signal goes to the ECU. Yes. Stay tuned as we try to resolve this issue and dwell deeper into the resolution of this problem.